Reynald sat alone in the dimly lit chamber, the room suffocated with the weight of unspoken words and unshed tears. Shadows stretched long across the stone floor, their tendrils curling around his frame, mirroring the tangled emotions within him. His jaw was set, eyes narrowed, replaying the damning words of his friends, their accusations echoing like a relentless tide. They blamed him for Avril's death, accused him of sparking Eric Darrow's bloody vengeance against Halmar. Across his mind flashed searing images of that fateful confrontation. Katherine, eyes brimming with sorrow and accusation, her voice quivering as she declared him the architect of his own ruin. "Your reckless actions, Reynald. They've torn us apart," she had cried. Richard had stood behind her, his gaze like ice, unmoving, labeling Reynald irresponsible, unworthy of their camaraderie. And Josephine, dear Josephine, her brow creased with the agony of a choice she wished never to make, silently begging a family she'd been forced to betray. Her tears had threatened to falter her resolve, yet she too had condemned him, an unspoken plea for understanding lingering in her eyes. Now, alone in the darkness, Reynald's fists clenched tight, the skin pulled taut over swollen knuckles. Anger simmered in his veins, hotter than molten steel. Reason dictated he acknowledge the truth, his reckless act of vengeance, slaughtering William, Eric Darrow's right hand, had set this catastrophe in motion. But his heart refused to bestow utter repentance. Instead, he clung to the righteousness of avenging his beloved Domilla's brutal murder. The air grew thick, almost palpable with tension, presaging the widening chasm threatening to sunder not just his friendships, but the entire unity of Halmar. His mind painted a vivid line of division. On one side, his former allies, each with accusations that pierced like arrows; on the other, himself alone, standing an island of defiance. Reynald made a choice, a grim resolution taking hold of his heart. He would not apologize, standing stony against the tide crashing toward him. If war was to come, it would find him unyielding, a man molded by silent pride. Even if the path he chose paved the way to Halmar's doom. The scene lingered on Reynald's visage, shadowed by the twin torments of guilt and defiance, as he braced for the imminent storm, a battle waged in the hearts and minds of Halmar's finest that threatened to tear the kingdom asunder.